Okay, so next we are going to create a script that actually extract a user, actually extract all the users from the ITC password file and stores them into an array. So notice that the ITC password file contains information pertaining to every single user in the system, and that information is separated by a column, and usually the first field is the username in this file. So we are going to create a script that actually stores all the user's name into an array, and we can use that array later to search for the specific users, or whether a username has already been used or not. So let's go ahead. I'm going to use the graphical editor, since it's a little bit easier to use than VI, and I'm going to start by entering the shebang followed by the bash interpreter. I'm going to select highlight mode script sh. So I'm going to enter a comment that says purpose search username data, and I'm going to start by declaring an array, and this array is going to contain all the users. So I'm going to say users, okay, system sys users, and I'm going to open parentheses, and before I continue I want to do something here. I want to cat the ITC password, since I'm going to use command substitution, and since I want to extract only the first field in this file, I'm going to say cut the limited column and field 1, and I'm only getting the first field within that file. So now that I know that I'm getting the right output, I'm going to use it in my declaration of the array. So within my array, I'm going to use command substitution, and I'm going to use this exact same command. So I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it. I'm going to close command substitution, then I'm going to close the array. Next, I'm going to prompt the user for input. So I'm going to say echo -n, so I don't get a new line, enter username, and then I'm going to store that username into a variable. I'm going to say user, and now I'm going to implement my for loop. I'm going to say for a name in sys users do. Now I'm about to implement the search. This is basically what I'm doing here. I'm searching the array for a specific element, so I have to implement some sort of comparison. So I'm going to use an if statement that says if user, this user was entered by the user that is using the script. So if users equals, remember we are comparing strings, so we need to use the equal sign, sys users name, actually users equal name, and by the way, since I'm using strings, I need to surround the test with double brackets. Then echo user already exists. And since the user already exists, I don't need to keep searching the array, so we are going to break out of the for loop right here, and then we are going to close our if statement, and finally we're going to close our loop. And if we reach the end of the for loop, the user does not exist. And we're going to put an end comment somewhere down here. So let's go ahead and save the script. If you notice by now, arrays are like a small database. Arrays are actually data structure that can be accessed in just like a database. You can query the database, you can search the database, you can sort and organize the database. So much that can be used with arrays. So next I'm going to shemot and make it executable. And let's go ahead and execute the script. So enter name. I'm going to enter J. Smith. Press enter. I got user does not exist, meaning that the for loop iterated through the entire array and didn't find the user. Next, I'm going to search for a different username. I'm going to enter root. Press enter, and it says root already exists, and I also got user does not exist. So something, the implementation, there's nothing wrong with the script syntactically, but the implementation of the algorithm, it's something. If our user is found, we need to exit the script. Instead, I exited the loop. If I found the user, I break out of the loop and then this command executed, and that's not what I want. So instead of breaking out of the loop, I'm actually going to exit the program. I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to run it again. I'm going to enter root. It says root already exists, and now we didn't get the last command. So the portion that it's a little bit maybe a little bit difficult to understand was this command substitution being used within the array declaration. And basically what I did, I'm going to declare right now an array called users, and then I'm going to open parentheses, and then I'm going to use a command substitution. Then I'm going to cat the etc password file, and then I'm going to cut using the limited column the field number 1, close command substitution, close the array, and press enter. Now if I echo the content of the users array, I have every single user stored in my array, and I can also echo the number of the size of the array, and it's 37, meaning that I have 37 users in my system. Okay, I'm going to leave it here. I hope the tutorial was helpful, and see you in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching.